Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would sit down and do another video for you guys and gals. A sip of water, let's talk about fiber. And this is not going to be popular in certain circles because they ignore science. And what I'm saying in this, and I want people to be clear, this is not even about my opinion. This is me basing my own experience on the opinions of most of the best experts in nutritional science out there. Many of whom do lift. Like when I say that these are opinions of these people, I'm talking dietitians, researchers, medical doctors who actually lift or who are even actually involved in the bodybuilding world. Okay? So we're not talking about non-lifters. I mean, I've seen guys out there who have advanced degrees who are jacked, deadlifting 600 pounds saying this. So we need to be clear at who's saying this. But then you're seeing experts and medical doctors who specialize in obesity, cancer, cardiovascular disease, all this stuff are saying, people need to eat more fiber. Okay? And it's scary that we have this whole growing body of who are anti-fiber and anti-plant, anti-vegetable all over the internet, when this is what the best experts are saying. It is literally an anti-science approach to have that. All right, so why fiber? A few things. Before we even get into gut flora health, because again, that's kind of where the leading edge is going as far as a lot of health and medical stuff goes. There are a lot of doctors and researchers who are saying, look, we think a whole lot of health problems originate in the gut. Okay, bad gut flora, imbalanced GI tract. In fact, people who are going on these low fiber diets, a lot of this IBS and other stuff are because they've destroyed their gut health and their GI tract with piss poor, terrible lifestyles and diets. That's actually what's caused most of it. And so then they're doing something else that's piss poor as a solution because they've already damaged themselves. Okay, so we need to be clear on that. So back over to that point, fiber. Fiber. All right off the bat, reduces appetite. Okay, you can control your appetite better and you eat less the more fiber you eat. And this is true to some extent with soluble and insoluble. Granted, there's a difference, and I'm not going to get into the full detailed difference between the two, because one of them is better at roughage and fullness in the stomach, and the other is better at regulating blood sugar. But we could all stand to be consuming both. But appetite control, you're fuller longer. Number two, slows down absorption of the food. So again, not only are you fuller longer due to the roughage in there and the bulk, but the slower transient times. Okay, that also improves insulin sensitivity because everything is absorbed at a slower rate. Okay, this improves blood sugar control, improves insulin sensitivity over time. People always use these silly terms like spiking insulin levels. Fiber will stop that. We need to be clear there. Even a lot of the negatives of refined sugar can be offset by simply consuming more fiber. I'm not telling you to consume a bunch of refined sugars. I generally think it should be largely avoided. Okay? And I'm being clear on that. I think it should be avoided for the most part. Other than rare exceptions as treats. Not something you should be consuming daily. My opinion says me. But fiber even offsets some of the negatives. It will raise the ceiling to the amount of it your body can even tolerate before it creates problems. Okay, so this is a good thing. Fiber. What else does it do? Metabolic health. Fiber increases metabolism and energy turnover. Your body literally burns calories and has a thermic effect trying to break fiber down, trying to absorb fiber that it can't. It will waste calories doing so. Okay? Then we get over to all the stuff about gut health. All right, and this is another thing. So all the other stuff, just the blood sugar control, is worth an enormous benefits in terms of obesity, diabetes, cancer, all this stuff. But then we get into the gut health part. Fiber and having a varied amount of fiber and different types of fiber in your diet improves your gut health. It increases gut flora diversity, gut flora amount of the healthy bacteria that you need. And you get these ridiculous statements by people who are anti-fiber. Well, you wouldn't need those things if you weren't. No, you need those things. They are beneficial. The fiber makes them more diverse, and then larger in nature. All right. We're getting data at this point showing that this stuff literally affects things like depression, healthy hormone production, memory, cognition. Okay? Your mental health is literally impacted by your gut flora, and this is what more and more data is finding. So keeping your gut as healthy as possible, and again, there's a lot of other stuff you can do for that. Probiotics and things, probiotic foods, cultured foods, right? Yogurts, kefirs, things like that. All that stuff's great. But the fiber is the big deal. And again, having a variety of types of fiber in your diet. All right. That also has other effects on overall health, optimizing hormone production, metabolic health, all of these things, depression, mood, motivation. Okay? Fiber does all of this. Fiber does these things. More fiber in your diet equals leaner, better energy. So again, you're going to gain muscle. You're going to be able to train more. You're going to recover better. You're going to get sick less often. You're going to be more motivated if all these things are on point. Fiber even helps with detoxifying your body to some extent. Granted, that's your liver's primary job. But it does all of these things, and yet people don't get enough of it. It is noted that even though Americans eat enormous amounts of food and calories, our fiber intake is ridiculously too low. On average, I think our fiber is something like 20% of what would be considered ideal. And there's not really an upper threshold. You can actually get some benefits to increasing fiber way beyond the 40 or so grams you're recommended to consume. You just have to build to it gradually. You need a healthy enough gut flora to handle it. But again, it still has further benefits. It's just the bulk of them are gained from that. Almost all of us could benefit from more fiber in our diets. It's a game changer. And the same thing, people over here worried about getting leaner. It is one of the keys to getting lean. Okay, it is one of the keys, and this is one of the problems when I get some ass clown who tries to tell me I got lean by doing the carnivore diet. I'm like, no. Because you did a deficit or whatever you did with your diet because it was keto or whatever, and that controlled your appetite. That's one thing. By doing carnivore, it didn't help you. You did not lose body fat because you cut spinach out of your diet. Okay? Because your metabolic health and your appetite would have both been improved by the spinach. Your recovery from training would have been improved by the spinach. So don't give me that nonsense. In general, people need to be consuming more vegetables, more fiber. They would be better off for it. And I'll go so far, because I don't want to name names, someone who is pretty much one of my greatest enemies in the world, who has chosen to be that, even says that. Okay? That's where a point where you say you can set aside your personal differences and still go, this person's right. I'm not going to say their name. You all know who it is. Even he stresses this point. He's right. He's right. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.